Be me. Work shitty restaurant job. Have to take the bus. Have to walk to it by the Hollywood Forever Cemetery. For a cemetery it is not that bad. I have never been spooked by it. Kind of have a ritual with the bums that live in the alley by the trophy place. We at least respect each other, and when I get some leftover breadsticks I make sure to share. Notice one day the two guys that live there are not sitting in the shade of the alley but on the street in the sun. One had even pulled out his dingy mattress into the street. This was back when cops gave more of a shit. Also, the cemetery is kind of touristy. Don't really ask what is up because we only interact when I am on my way home. I closed. It also smelled a bit ranker than usually. That could have been the mattress though. It was almost comical how it was dirty, and I mean that like it was almost right out of a cartoon. Got to work, get a cancelled order. It was a Grubhub mix-up, or maybe Uber Eats when they were just starting out. Think the Ally brothers might like it. I got free meals as part of my position. Get off bus and start walking. See, the mattress is now folded in half like if you were to treat it as a blanket and fold it over yourself. It smells a lot worse, but hey, it sat out in the sun all day. One of the dudes must be sleeping in it because his leg is hanging out the bottom. Do not see the other guy. Just say, "Hey buddy, I got something for you," and leave it by the foot of the guy I can see. Go about my way. Hear a raspy guttural sound behind me and the rustling of the plastic bag. This was before those were make illegal here in California. Turn around. Bag is gone. Be me, 12. In Brazil. It's a Sunday. Went with my parents to visit my grandma in a different city. We're all somewhat poor at this point, so the area my grandma lives in is a bit desolate, and not very industrial, so things can get particularly quiet and lifeless, especially on a Sunday. It's the afternoon, the sky is orange, and my mom and I decide to leave Grandma's apartment for a bit for reasons I can't remember. There's seemingly no one on the street and no voices to be heard. Something catches my mom's attention. There's something in the sky and it's not super far from us, to the point that we can make out some of its details. Spinning gray saucer. It just stays there, spinning. It so obviously looks like a UFO that at first I assume it can't possibly be one. All my life I assumed that if a UFO were to show up in my field of vision the encounter would be brief, the UFO would stay at distance where I wouldn't be able to reliably identify it, and then it would disappear, shortly after, to leave me wondering if it was even really a UFO in the first place. After all, that's the scenario that most supposed UFO footage at the time had conditioned me to expect. What could that be, I'm thinking, refusing to believe that the answer could be this simple. Suddenly it begins to move, ever so slowly. It hides behind a cloud nearby. It stays there for a while. It takes off, suddenly and at a high speed. No momentum needed. 12-year-old me is stunned. My mom and I have no idea what to make of it. Eventually forget about the whole thing, but every so often the memory comes back to haunt me. What could it have been if not a UFO? Hello/ex/brothers. I usually never remember my dreams except for two, each end the same way, dying. Dream 1. Be me. In hotel room somewhere, I think either Vegas or some other bright city. Can't vividly recall watching the news. I think I did something. There's a woman I don't recognize, to know what her place and things are. Have hotel curtains folded up. As I'm standing up, I walk around a bit, then notice a red sniper light on my chest. I wake up just as I'm shot. Dream 2. Be chilling in a house. Have either photo or wanted poster of this brunette woman. Don't know why, but there's this innate worry about her, like she's dangerous. Hear rattling of the door. Someone's trying to break in. After back and forth I lose grip and then it's her, pointing a gun at me. Takes 2 shots and leaves. I don't wake up instantly, and I don't die right away but drop on the couch before waking up. Did I experience past lives? Or see ways I might die, or have visions of events that have occurred? Be me 5 years ago. Go to a happy ending massage parlor. Develop an unhealthy obsession and even addiction. Consume a lot of porn and waste a lot of money in those places. Even consider hiring a prostitute for actual fucking. All that while having a QT3.14 GF in a long-distance relationship. After some time, have an extremely detailed dreams in which I catch syphilis and literally rot in front of her and my family. Wake up drenched in sweat and the worst feeling of guilt and shame that I ever felt. Never went to those parlors or watched porn ever since. Me. Midwest retard. Drunk, armed, standing on my back patio looking out over my acreage. Due west, see a bright yellow light, looks like a bright as shit star but super low to the horizon. Big enough I wonder if it's a planet or something. Watching it. It suddenly cuts right, then up, then left. Dips down behind some trees and vanishes. MFW. The fuck did I just see? Southern Missouri, if that helps. Me. Walk in graveyard every morning. Don't see any ghosts. Leave disappointed. Go through rest of day without seeing anything. Night comes. Get in bed. Feel something watching me from the closet. Me. Typing on 4chan. Text is all green with these shitty little greater that signs next to it. Scary.jpg. More backstow refiller. Yippee.png. Humanoid thing with no ears and has horns yada yada. Scared. Running. Government tells me to hush hush. Me. 3rd grade, just moved from California to Minnesota. Start reading the Bible and getting more into Christianity for some reason. I'd raised Catholic, with Protestant dad. Sleeping one night. All of a sudden, wake up. Unexplained voice says Anon, you are guilty. Go back to sleep. Probably not as scary as the other things on here but it's the most paranormal life experience I can think of. Me. Develop crush? Crush reciprocate. Fug.mp4. Wife leaves me. Lose job. Lose house. Crush bad Anon.